Okay, so we learned what complex numbers are. Now we're going to do some operations with them. We can do 4 operations with them. We can find the absolute value, we can add and subtract them, we can multiply them, and we can divide them. Now, I'm going to go through each one and tell you how to do each one. So there's 4 questions for each type of operation. We're going to go through them. You don't have to watch the videos. If you feel like you understand it after the first example, go for it. Do it yourself. But I still want you to do all 3 or all 4 of them, okay, for each operation. It seems like a lot, but it's really not once you understand how to do this. Okay, let's start with absolute value. So the absolute value of a complex number, so a complex number can actually be graphed on a plane with the real axis and the imaginary axis. So what the absolute value is doing is it's trying to find the hypotenuse of the right triangle created by this point. It's like the distance formula. The distance formula you can use exactly like this, but we're just going to use the absolute value. So what you do is you take the coefficients of your absolute value, your 5 and your 6 in this example, you plug them in to the square root symbol. It's like the square root because we want absolute value to be positive, or we want the square root to be positive. We use absolute value. And then all you do is you take the square root of those 2 coefficients squared. It's really simple. You square them, you add them together, and then you take the square root, and that's how you find the absolute value. So let's do an example to show how exactly it's done. So 4 minus 5i. All we're going to do is we're going to take the square root of 4 squared plus negative 5 squared. All right. 4 squared is 16, negative 5 squared is 25. Add them together, we get the square root of 41, which we can't do anything with. That's just it. And that's how you find the absolute value.